This is the Jason Walker Show. Two-time National Sports Media Association Montana Sportscaster of the Year and three-time loser, the Jason Walker Show. The best local and statewide sports coverage, featuring the biggest guests from Montana.
Flint Rasmussen joining us here on the Jason Walker Show.
He's freaking exhausting, too. You used to dance a lot more. Yeah, I know, lady. I'm 51 years old now.
The NAI Hall of Famer Mike Van Diest joining us here, Jason Walker Show. And is it just a deal where quarterbacks have to be good golfers?
Well, that's all they have time for. They don't work out. They don't lift weights. They don't do anything else. They might as well go get on the golf course and at least have some fun.
And from across the country,
Doug Gottlieb, our guest here on the Jason Walker Show.
End of the day, remember, it's your show. It's got your name on it.
Howie Mandel, our guest here.
Jason Walker, deal or no deal?
the Jason Walker Show.
Hey, what up? Happy Wednesday. Jason Walker Show inside the Off-the-Wall Advertising Mancave. Big show coming up today. Going to talk to East Helena coach Tyler Murray, get an update on quarterback Jack Taylor, who went down in last week's loss to Laurel senior night. And also going to check in down the road in Butte with Bulldogs coach Arie Grey. He will join us coming up, talk about the big matchup with Capital this week. Lots on the line for both teams, and we'll get into that. Also a state soccer update. Tell you where I'll be this weekend with SWX. And lots more coming up. Frontier stuff. We got Big Sky stuff. We got a ton of stuff in what could be the last weekend of the golf season, based on the forecast that we were looking at today. Oh, my goodness. You can watch the show on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. You can listen on Podbean, Network One Sports, Spotify, iHeart Podcasts, Apple, Google stores. You can also just go to jasonwalkershow.com and check it out. Also, check out Continental Divide Radio while you're there. And if you've been across the state of Montana, Off-the-Wall Advertising, Jason Walker Media teaming up, and you'll see our signs in the bathrooms. It's pretty cool. And got an update from Chase Cloker the other day. Thank you to everyone across the state so far who has clicked on the QR codes to check out Continental Divide Radio and Jason Walker Show. It means a lot to me that you're thinking of us while you're relieving yourself, men and women. So appreciate that. Seriously, I joke, but it's serious. The walk-up brought to you by Montana Custom Log Homes, the premier log home company in the industry. 3 distinct divisions, so you can create the log home of your dreams and your budget. Milled, handcrafted, and timber frame. Over 50 years experience. Finest craftsmen available in the state and in possibly the entire western part of the United States. And heck, maybe even in the entire country. Mentioned this could be, so it's supposed to be here in Helena, 75 tomorrow and Friday, 70 on Saturday, Sunday 67. And then by next Wednesday, they're calling for a high of 33, a low of 21 with snow. The good thing about that is I don't have to cut my lawn anymore. I haven't watered, I think, since the beginning of September, but I've had to cut it like 3 times. It just keeps growing, which is good. I got a healthy yard, thanks to Nitro Green. But, yeah, man. Let's see here. Where do we want to start? Oh, don't forget, you can still go to Twitter. You have till tomorrow. Go to Twitter or Facebook pages and check out our poll. Is Thriller the greatest music video of all time? It was a discussion my wife and I were having Monday night, and so I have to ask. So there you go. Frontier Conference Media Days yesterday and today. They had the men yesterday, women today, and Montana Tech men. We are picked to finish by the coaches on top of the Frontier. Caleb Belich, the Player of the Year preseason. On the women's side, Carroll College picked to repeat by the Frontier coaches. Had all 5 first-place votes. Jamie Pickens, coming back, was named the league's women's preseason player of the year. Pickens averaged 17.6 points, 7.7 rebounds, and also had 10 double-doubles a year ago. Providence and Rocky tied for second. Western Northern tied for fourth, and Tech rounding out the bottom of the poll. In addition to Jamie Pickens, Kendall Keller of Carroll, the Havre product, is named to the all-conference team preseason. Providence senior forward Maddie Dixon, transfer grad student Ashley Maldonado named preseason all-conference. Maldonado, a newcomer to the league this year, and if you recognize the name, because she is the younger sister of former All-America at Providence, Emily Maldonado. Western's Jordan Sweeney and Rockies Morgan Baird also named preseason all-conference. The Big Sky women announced their preseason all-conference selections and winners. And according to the coaches, this is Big Sky women, Eastern Washington, NAU, Montana, Montana State, Portland State, your top five. And then Northern Colorado, Idaho State, Idaho, Sac State, Weber. According to the media, which I voted in, Northern Arizona and Eastern Washington, each with 12 first-place votes, and NAU, by 4 overall points, is picked to win the league by the media in the Big Sky over Eastern Washington. Lady Grizz coming in with 2 first-place votes in third. The Bobcats in fourth with 3 first-place votes. And then Portland State. Sac State got 2 first-place votes, finished 6th in the preseason media poll. And then Idaho, Idaho State, Northern Colorado, and Weber State. So a little shake-up towards the bottom, but the top 5 all the same in the coaches and the media poll. But after that, it's kind of a jumbled mess. So that is the preseason for the Big Sky. Men's preseason just announced. And according to the coaches, Weber State, followed by Montana, Eastern Washington, Sac State, Portland State, Idaho State, then Montana State in 7th. NAU, Northern Colorado tied for 8, Idaho 10. According to the media for the men in the Big Sky, Weber, Eastern Washington, then the Grizz, then the Cats at 4th. See what they can do with a new first-year coach. And then Sac State, PSU, ISU, NAU, UNC, and Idaho, rounding out the preseason poll for the men. That was just released as we speak. Let's see here. I did want to bring this up. So, I'm on the board for the Montana Pro Football Hall of Fame, or Montana Football Hall of Fame. Well, the inductees have been announced. Chase Reynolds, Mark McGrath, Matt Clark, Brock Osweiler, Mark Mariani for players, Frosty Peters, Paul Zakash in legacy, and then Chuck Carnop for support. Brock Osweiler, they have, and I got to get somebody on this to fix it, but they have him listed at going to Glacier. He went to Flathead. One shining light that Flathead's last couple decades or so, and they got it wrong. So I'll get on the board for the Montana Football Hall of Fame and get the Brock Osweiler changed. He went to Flathead. Flathead, not Glacier. Oh, goodness. Let's see. State soccer playoffs yesterday, continuing in this weekend in the Class A with the semifinals. Double A got started yesterday, and Sentinel knocked off Helena High in the boys 4-2. Gallatin shut out Belgrade 4-0. West beat Great Falls High, and Hellgate over Big Sky. Sets up quarterfinal action on Friday and Saturday. The lone game on Saturday on the boys' Double-A soccer will be Sentinel at Bozeman. Gallatin will travel to Capital Friday afternoon. West will play at Glacier Friday night, and Hellgate will play at Senior Friday night. State championship coming up a week from Saturday. In the girls, yesterday, Flathead shut out Glacier 2-0. West shut out Skyview 2-0. Senior shut out Great Falls High 1-0. And Helena High got past Capital. I believe that was 3-0. They have it listed at 3-1, but I thought it was 3-0. It was. Avery Kraft scored her 63rd career goal. And on a windy day, and she got it on a PK. So, and then Logan Todorovic scored in the second half to make it 2-0. So it'll be a good one. Gallatin, Jaden Koffler, by the way, had the third goal for Helena High. Gallatin has knocked out Helena High girls in the last couple of seasons in the state semifinals. A berth to the state semifinals on the line Friday when those two meet up in Kalispell. Got the Class A playoffs. We'll start with the boys. Corvallis will take on Billings Central on Saturday. Whitefish will take on Lone Peak on Saturday as well. The girls, after the big upset last week from Big Fork over Laurel, and I think it's the first time in forever that there won't be Laurel or Billings Central represented in the girls' bracket at state moving on. Columbia Falls will take on Big Fork Saturday, and Whitefish will take on Lockwood on Saturday in girls high school soccer Class A. Got cross country coming up Saturday. That'll run in Kalispell, Rebecca Farms. Class C boys will start at 11. And then they'll run the AA boys, Class C girls, AA girls, A boys, B boys, A girls, B boys. So wrapping up. And just found out today I get to be with the NFHS in November at state volleyball. I've never gone to all-class state volleyball tournament in Bozeman, and I get to go this year and call the state championship matches on NFHS. So looking forward to that. It's going to be a lot of fun. That is just a few weeks away. And then the football state championships are the week after that, November 18th and 19th. I mean, it's nuts how fast it goes. It really is. Just like the golf season. I'll be in Missoula Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We'll do a show tomorrow. And then Thursday night, I will be broadcasting with SWX and getting to do the Florence at Loyola volleyball match. Friday night, we'll be in Florence with SWX doing Loyola Florence football. That's a big, big game in Class A to wrap up or Class B rather, to wrap up the regular season. And, man, that's going to be a good one. That definitely. I'm looking forward to that. Florence is ranked number 1, and Loyola ranked number 6 in the latest power polls. And then Saturday, I'll be at Sentinel doing Glacier Sentinel volleyball. So 3 games on SWX this week. I'll be busy. It'll be fun, all in Missoula area, so watch SWX for all the great coverage. Man, they do it so well. Oh, man. Lots to go there. Had fun. That was a good first segment. And it's brought to you by Montana Custom Log Homes, veteran-owned, family-owned, woman-owned, and operated. Check them out at yourcustomlog.com. We'll take a break. We'll come back. When we do, we'll check in with East Helena football coach Tyler Murray. We'll get his thoughts on wrapping up the season. Tough loss to Laurel last week, not only on the field, but losing quarterback Jack Taylor. We'll get an update on Jack. And also coming up later in the show, Butte's Arie Grey, head coach of the Bulldogs, will join us, get us set for the big matchup tomorrow night with Capital. That'll be a Thursday night game tomorrow night. Capital at Butte. That'll be a fun one. That is all coming up and a whole lot more when we return to the Off-the-Wall Mancave. This is the Jason Walker Show.
Strength, beauty, grit, superior craftsmanship. Our homes have it all. At Montana Custom Log Homes, if you can dream it, we can build it. With 3 divisions and over 50 years experience, we've got you covered. From a showcase home to a small cabin, we make your vision a reality. Because every cowboy wants a castle for his queen. Montana Custom Log Homes, crafting homes that last for generations.
There's only one place in Helena to cure your craving for Cajun cuisine, and that is Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys and catfish to jambalaya and much more, Cafe Zydeco has the best Cajun this side of New Orleans. And Cafe Zydeco cares about those that take care of us. Military, law enforcement, first responders can get your drink free as a way of saying thank you to those that protect us every day. If you're looking for a place to grab lunch or dinner, get the flavor of the Big Easy in Big Sky Country at Cafe Zydeco on Euclid in Helena.
Ah, summer. A time to work in the yard and get all those projects that you've been thinking about all winter done. And when you've had enough, go to Lucky Duck Casino and Bar to cool off, relax, laugh a little or a lot, your choice, have a drink and play your favorite games. There's plenty of new games and your old favorites. Now, if you don't want to work hard and the relaxing part sounds the best to you, then just head over to Lucky Duck Casino and Bar on Dredge behind Jade Restaurant. Happy summer, everyone.
Fall is officially here, and now is the perfect time to get your rig tuned up before the big hunt. That means a lift kit from Auto Concepts. An Auto Concepts lift kit will help take you places only the animals can go. And when you do get that big one, make sure you have help to get it home with a winch to pull it out. Or maybe you'll be a good friend and help pull someone out of the snowbank. Check out AutoConceptsHelena.com for more ideas. Auto Concepts, the auto enhancement professionals.
Lil Jon live in Bozeman with special guest Chingy. Curated dance party by DJ Aspen and Bozeman's own Missy O'Malley. Get your tickets now.
Jason Walker here, and if you're like me, some nights are mine to cook at home, and there's only one place that I know I can trust for a quick, easy meal for my family. Dinner's Done Right. When I stop into Dinner's Done Right, I trust that there will be a great selection of food that is healthy and easy to cook, either that night with their ready-to-make dinners, or I can plan for a weekend dinner from their frozen choices. And when I'm out and about in town, I know I can stop in for the grab-and-go salad bar with the freshest ingredients and homemade dressings. For monthly menus and more, visit dinnersdoneright.com. Do you love to look at photos of Montana, from animals to landscapes and more? Are you looking for a place to get your senior pictures or family portraits done? Are you a business owner looking to upgrade the decor in your offices? Well, look no further than Mark LaRoe Photography. Mark has been shooting beautiful photos all across the Treasure State, from rodeos to portraits, and would love to work with you. Visit marklaroephotography.com to see many masterpieces of his work, then give him a call to schedule your own photo shoot. Or to purchase one of his fantastic pieces, stop by Spirit of the Big Sky Gallery on Custer in Helena. marklaroephotography.com.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $289. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
God bless Texas. Welcome back to Jason Walker Show.
Welcome back, Jason Walker Show. Little Texas bringing us back, Off-the-Wall Mancave. Speaking of Little Texas, they will be in Helena a week from tonight. October the 25th, I will have some VIP passes, tickets to give away. Early entry, front row seating. Oh, Little Texas at the Civic Center. Thanks to AWBS Productions for the tickets. And man, I can't decide. My wife's on a work trip, and I can't decide if I'm going to take the little one. The concert starts at 7. Do I want her up late? But it would be her first real concert. I think I need to take her, at least for a little bit. I mean, you can't go wrong with Little Texas. What might have been. Some guys have All the Love, You and Forever and Me, First Time for Everything, God Bless Texas, My Love, Amy's Back in Austin, Kick a Little. Oh, Little Texas was so hot in the 90s. Man, I can't wait for that show. The problem with taking the little one that late on Wednesday next week is that Thursday next week, I'm taking her to Bozeman because I'm announcing the Bozeman-Gallatin volleyball match for SWX. I think it's next Thursday. So I don't know if I want her up late 2 nights in a row. But she can sleep on the way home from Bozeman, right? Yeah, absolutely. Just a thought. This segment brought to you by Rucker's Furniture. Make the quality choice for your home at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena. Well, last week I attended my first East Helena High football game and saw a lot of positives in my Vigilantes. And joining us now to talk about the game against Laurel and look ahead to the season finale this weekend at Sydney is the head coach of my East Helena Vigilantes, Tyler Murray, joining us. Jason Walker Show. All right, I went to my first ever East Helena High football game on Friday night, and the first question I have to ask you, Coach, is how's Jack Taylor doing? Because that was one of the most nastiest things I've seen on a football field.
Yeah, unfortunate deal. He's been doing good, actually. He's got surgery today, but he's been at school the last couple of days, and he was in my weights class benching yesterday, so he's that kind of kid, so he'll be okay.
Man, I don't know when he left the field in the side-by-side how he wasn't in pain. I mean,
he was in a lot of pain, but he's pretty tough now. So
yeah, it was a bum deal. Thank goodness he's only a junior, and he's gone for basketball, but he gets to come back next year and have a great senior year. I was kind of impressed with you guys, Coach, after watching in person for the first time. And I mean, you guys did a lot of good things in that game against Laurel. I know it was a loss, but there was a lot of good things to see there.
Yeah, I think we're coming along as a program. We're like I said, we're just getting closer every time. I think it's the toughest we've ever played as far as physically on defense and that sort of thing. And yeah, I think we're getting there.
How do you keep the kids, and I don't want to keep going back to the injury, but how do you keep the kids focused to go right back out there and after seeing the teammate and team leader kind of go down like that?
Yeah, that's always a hard one. Just remind them that it's, he's going to be okay. We need to play hard for him, that sort of thing. And, we have to have a plan in place, when that kind of stuff happens where the kids, they're not freaking out and that sort of thing. So
was it his brother that went in at quarterback then?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
See, I gotta get to knowing my Vigilantes a little bit better. So
yeah, we got to get you in touch with a couple of them next year.
For sure. No, like I said, I was impressed both offensively and defensively and take away the score. I mean, Laurel's a good team. Going through some struggles at times this year too, but a lot of things, like I said, that I enjoyed watching, and what a great facility. The crowd, it was cool. It was, I can't wait to come back next year for more games.
That'd be great. Yeah. Appreciate it.
My daughter sure enjoyed it. So
good.
Yeah. We ended up leaving at the end of the third quarter because it was getting a little chilly for her, but
yeah.
Yeah,
Laurel they're a good team.
Yeah, they were.
Maybe the most athletic team we played this year. They're just very impressive. So
yeah, they're physical.
Just fine.
They're physical.
Yep.
But you guys were too, and that's what was pretty cool. At Sydney, as you wrap up the season this weekend, the long road trip, but take out the long road trip aspect of it, but this is a game that you guys could go out there and compete in.
Yeah, for sure. Sydney does, they're old school, and I appreciate it. watching them on film. It's just kind of fun as far as just watching their scheme, their pro set, I formation, that sort of thing. They run the ball, they run ISO, fullback trap, toss, power pass. It's just fun. It's fun to watch, but then going back, hey, we got to scout these guys to try to win the game. So they have some good players, especially up front. They're big, physical. So it's going to be a challenge just to get our kids over there, travel, and that sort of thing, and then compete, try to win the game.
It'd be nice is those guys that wrestle get to see what really good wrestlers look like too, because Sydney's known for its wrestling program as well.
Yep, definitely.
Talking with East Helena football coach Tyler Murray here, Jason Walker Show. You mentioned watching them on film. When you watch film, do you watch it in its entirety first and then go back and break things down, or how do you approach game film?
Yeah. I'll try to get their last 3 games. And how I do it, and this is much different, I'm sure, than most coaches. Everybody has their own way, but I'll watch one game and then I'll watch just their defense and back through, and I'll watch that, maybe over and over again. And then I'll watch another game, and then I'll watch just their defense. Does that make sense? The whole game, and then just their defense, and then try to do that for all 3 of their games. Usually by this time of the week, we already have our game plan offensively. We're thought through and that sort of thing. Everything's installed. Coach Ferris does a great job on defense. I'll start going back and watching their offense. And then Alex Johnson, he's our special teams coordinator, newly appointed this year. So he does a great job as well. So I'll just go back, just last minute things of, hey, did you see this or did you see that? And if usually they say, yeah, we worked on that this week and that sort of thing. So that's how I like to break down the upcoming opponent.
Well, yeah, it's important to watch their offense because you got to shut them down so they keep them out of the end zone.
Yep. Well, yeah.
And you need to know what offense to run against them on defense. So I get it. It's always amazed me that coaches, especially at the high school level, I mean, college coaches, that's all they do. They just watch film over and over and over. They don't have anything else to do. That's what, yep. But you guys are teachers as well. And you've got to balance family life. You've got to balance grading. You've got to balance lesson plans. And then of course you got to worry about your football opponent for the next week too. How much sleep do you get each week?
Yeah, it's during the seasons, it's not much. I feel like a hypocrite all the time telling the kids we need to have great sleep in 8 hours and that sort of thing, because I definitely do not get that. So, yeah, it's challenging, but it's what we have passion for it, and that's why we do it, and we love to do it, and get to do it every day.
I know the wins and losses aren't there, or the wins aren't there this year, but are you happy with the growth from where you guys started in fall camp in August at 2-a-days to where you are entering the last game?
I'd say yes, just as overall as a team. And we're just, like I've said in the past, we're just still kind of young. We have a lot of sophomores out there. Not to say our juniors and seniors aren't giving us quality time, but just too many of those guys are sophomores out there, and that's hard. And they have come a long way. They're starting to look like juniors already. Yeah. So that's exciting to see, where we started, like you said, in 2 days, and then coming all the way through to the last week of the season. Yeah, I think we've progressed well this year.
Wait, is there 6 seniors on the roster? Is that it?
Yep.
Wow. It's a pretty good roster, though. You guys got some size. I can't wait till another year of growth and see what happens next year. I did send you a picture. I didn't get a response, though. I can't remember what game you were at, but I had pepperoni and jalapeno pizza for the first time a couple weeks ago.
Oh, yeah.
It was really,
I sent you a text back.
Oh, I may not have seen it. It's really good.
It's solid. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I might be doing that a lot now because it was I was very impressed, and I like spice, so those jalapenos, where we got it from, kicked it up a notch.
Yeah. Where was that at?
I don't remember who. It was daddy-daughter date night, so I ordered pizza for us, and I can't remember where it was, but it was good. It was really good.
Glad I got you on the jalapeno pizza train.
You did, Coach. You did. If you accomplished one thing this year during the football season, you got me on the pepperoni jalapeno train.
Perfect.
Let's see here. It is... Are you a cupcake fan? It is National Chocolate Cupcake Day.
Don't mind cupcakes. Yeah, more of an ice cream guy.
Yeah.
As far as dessert, but cupcakes, weddings, that sort of thing.
They're hard to eat in nice clothes.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
It is also National No Beard Day. So, how long does it take you to grow a beard?
Approximately 29 years and however many days.
Hey, I'm in the same boat.
So, yeah.
That is great. Hey, I'll let you run. I know you're running a little bit late today, but I appreciate the time all year. Looking forward to see what goes on next year and give our best to Jack. And, man, that was tough, but good to see good to hear he's doing well, and he'll bounce back, and so will you guys next year. So get a big win end the season on a positive note.
Sounds great. Thanks, Jason. Appreciate it.
That is Tyler Murray joining us, head coach of East Helena, Jason Walker Show here in the Off-the-Wall Mancave. And I don't have video, I don't have pictures of Jack Taylor's injury, but I will tell you, when he rolled over in pain Friday night, it was a little... It reminded me of Reese Phillips from the Grizz a few years ago. His ankle, man. But good luck in surgery today, and good luck in your recovery, Jack. Looking forward to that. And Jack Taylor, big basketball dude too for East Helena. So Coach Ridgway not with him this year, moving forward. But he's only a junior. He'll bounce back. And Sydney's 0-8. So East Helena's got a really, really good opportunity. Forget the travel. Don't use that. Get the win. I mean, Sydney's 0-4 in league, 0-8 overall, and you've got a chance, if you're East Helena, to move up a little bit in those standings, get that third win of the year, end on a positive note, move forward into next year with lots of positivity. I like it. I like it a lot. Let's see. Let's take a break. We'll come back. When we return, we're going to check in the Mining City. Big matchup for both Capital and Helena High tomorrow night down at Naranche. 1 seed, 2 seed, 4 seed, 5 seed. It all depends on who wins. If Butte wins, they're the number 1 seed in the West. If Capital wins, they can move into the 2 seed. And Butte could drop to a 4, Capital could drop to the 5. I mean, there's a lot on the line tomorrow in this rivalry game. Heard from Coach Mihelish yesterday from Capital. We'll talk to Arie Grey, the coach of Butte, when we come back here on the Jason Walker Show.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $299. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Jason Walker here, and if you're like me, some nights are mine to cook at home, and there's only one place that I know I can trust for a quick, easy meal for my family. Dinner's Done Right. When I stop into Dinner's Done Right, I trust that there will be a great selection of food that is healthy and easy to cook, either that night with their ready-to-make dinners, or I can plan for a weekend dinner from their frozen choices. And when I'm out and about in town, I know I can stop in for the grab-and-go salad bar with the freshest ingredients and homemade dressings. For monthly menus and more, visit dinnersdoneright.com.
Strength, beauty, grit, superior craftsmanship. Our homes have it all. At Montana Custom Log Homes, if you can dream it, we can build it. With 3 divisions and over 50 years experience, we've got you covered. From a showcase home to a small cabin, we make your vision a reality. Because every cowboy wants a castle for his queen. Montana Custom Log Homes, crafting homes that last for generations.
Fall is officially here, and now is the perfect time to get your rig tuned up before the big hunt. That means a lift kit from Auto Concepts. An Auto Concepts lift kit will help take you places only the animals can go. And when you do get that big one, make sure you have help to get it home with a winch to pull it out. Or maybe you'll be a good friend and help pull someone out of the snowbank. Check out AutoConceptsHelena.com for more ideas. Auto Concepts, the auto enhancement professionals.
There's only one place in Helena to cure your craving for Cajun cuisine, and that is Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys and catfish to jambalaya and much more, Cafe Zydeco has the best Cajun this side of New Orleans. And Cafe Zydeco cares about those that take care of us. Military, law enforcement, first responders can get your drink free as a way of saying thank you to those that protect us every day. If you're looking for a place to grab lunch or dinner, get the flavor of the Big Easy in Big Sky Country at Cafe Zydeco on Euclid in Helena.
Lil Jon live in Bozeman with special guest Chingy. Curated dance party by DJ Aspen and Bozeman's own Missy O'Malley. Get your tickets now.
Do you love to look at photos of Montana, from animals to landscapes and more? Are you looking for a place to get your senior pictures or family portraits done? Are you a business owner looking to upgrade the decor in your offices? Well, look no further than Mark LaRoe Photography. Mark has been shooting beautiful photos all across the Treasure State, from rodeos to portraits, and would love to work with you. Visit marklaroephotography.com to see many masterpieces of his work, then give him a call to schedule your own photo shoot. Or to purchase one of his fantastic pieces, stop by Spirit of the Big Sky Gallery on Custer in Helena. marklaroephotography.com.
Ah, summer. A time to work in the yard and get all those projects that you've been thinking about all winter done. And when you've had enough, go to Lucky Duck Casino and Bar to cool off, relax, laugh a little or a lot, your choice. Have a drink and play your favorite games. There's plenty of new games and your old favorites. Now, if you don't want to work hard and the relaxing part sounds the best to you, then just head over to Lucky Duck Casino and Bar on Dredge behind Jade Restaurant. Happy summer, everyone.
Welcome back to the Jason Walker Show.
Welcome back, Off-the-Wall Mancave on a Wednesday. Jason Walker Show rolls on. This segment brought to you by Bowser's Lucky Dog Casino. Drink and gamble responsibly. Little Texas coming to Montana next week. I don't think I've ever seen Little Texas in concert. All my years on radio, I don't remember. Hey, this is a great song, though. Yeah. Great song, Little Texas. So we're going to have tickets to give away to the Helena show, which is next Wednesday, the 25th. But Tuesday, they'll be in Lewistown. Thursday in Havre. Friday, Great Falls. Saturday, the 28th in Kalispell. 30 years, the big time, 30th anniversary tour. I can't believe that. It's been 30 years. Oh, man. God, that means I'm getting old. Because they started about a year before I got into radio, is when Little Texas kind of got going. Let's see, what's this video? Little What Might Have Been. Oh, good stuff. So keep listening. We'll have tickets to give away to that. VIP, early entry. It's going to be fun. You know what else is going to be fun is tomorrow night. Down in Naranche, Capital, Butte, lots on the line for both teams. Butte wins, they're the 1 seed. Capital wins, they could be the 2 seed. Butte could drop as low as 4. Capital could drop as low as 5, depending on Friday night's results with everybody else. But it's basically, like Kyle Mihelish said for Capital, take care of your own business, and that's what Butte's been doing. They win, they have a bye. And joining us for the first time on the Jason Walker Show, former Bobcat great and Bulldog coach Arie Grey joining us. All right, Coach, it's been a while since I've seen you on a football field as a player, but you got to be liking what Touchdown Tommy and the Bobcats are doing right now.
Oh, it's been awesome. It's been a neat run to see and watch those guys, obviously, with Tommy and Casey down there from Butte. It's been kind of neat to watch those guys, but it's been fun to watch the excitement and the energy that comes into that stadium every week, and just the following. What a cool thing going on down there in Bozeman.
How cool would it have been to play in the stadium the way it is now?
Oh, it'd be unbelievably great. I think my senior year, it might have been my parents. I don't even know if all parents were there. Some of those guys probably didn't even want to come watch their kids play because we weren't very good that year. So, I might have been like a few girlfriends and, the opposing team's parents and fans and stuff like that. But yeah, the energy, it's sold out. And somebody said that they're like at 122% of attendance each week.
Yeah. That's
unbelievable. How crazy, the athletic department, what they've done, the energy they brought, obviously you look at the new facility, and then hopefully we can get that sideline done at some point in time. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, for sure. Butte High football coach Arie Grey joining us here, Jason Walker Show. Tough one for you guys last week against Helena High. You scored first, but their defense clamped down against a very good Bulldog football team. Takeaways from that?
Yeah, I tell you what, you look at it, Helena High, man, you knew going in that they were super physical. They're always physical every single year, and really they did a great job, all night of being the hammer, and we were probably the nail too much. And so, it was a great experience for us. I'm a big fan of adversity. I believe in adversity. I think it's one of the best things that you can go through in life. And then we had a lot of it. It was great. So it was good for us to come back to work and get better, reflect on some of the things that we did well. We did some really good things. And then we did some glaring things that we've got to just get better at. And that's, as coaches, we just got to put our kids in better situations. And that's kind of been the goal this week, is to help our kids as much as we can and put them in those good situations, because, you got Helena High, who's as physical as you can be. And then, hey, let's take Helena Capital, who might always be the most physical team every year. So I love it. I think it's great. It's great for your program. I always think that those are the two teams you want to play. They can, where you're at, where your standard is, and what you got to get better at. Obviously Helena High showed us a lot of things that we knew, and then they exposed some things. They did a great job. Coach Broadhead did a great job of doing those things and exposing those things. And now we've just got to fix those, iron them out, and play a really good Capital High Bruin team, led by Coach Mihelish.
Mm-hmm. I had Coach Mihelish on the show yesterday, and, it's a big game for both teams. Obviously, they can get as high as the 2 seed if they beat you. They could drop to the 5. You guys are in a similar spot. You win, you clinch the number 1 seed in the East or in the West. But you could drop down to the 4 seed depending on how it all shakes out. This is a huge game, and this is what you want towards the end of the year.
Well, this is what made the conferences great. This is why we wanted the conferences. This is why, so that week 9, these games meant something. That's the important. It's awesome. It's awesome, and this is awesome. This is a great atmosphere. It's going to be a great atmosphere here in Ranchi. Our kids are excited. Their kids are going to be excited. The fans are going to be excited. It's a big game, but it's still a game. Just go out and have fun. See what we can do. It's going to be the team that can kind of settle in and play football, and play, I don't want to say mistake-free football, because there's never mistake-free football, but it's just to be able to play the team that can handle the mistakes the best. It's going to be the team that ends up doing the best.
Arie Grey joining us, Jason Walker Show. He coaches the Butte High football Bulldogs, and yeah, it's a crazy, crazy game. It's a crazy week. I love this time of the year. You get it set into the playoffs. You're in. These are still 15 to 18-year-old kids, so how do you keep their mindset every week?
Yeah, that's the best part. I always tell people, it's like you're whether you have a good day or bad day is based off of having 15 to 18-year-old kids, teenagers. It's like I got a couple teenagers myself at home, and so you're just like, man, my day has decided on whether or not I can motivate a 15 to 18-year-old to do something and get them to do things. But the thing about it is kids are resilient. I actually think kids today are more resilient than we probably were years ago. They bounce back. They are ready to roll. And And let's be honest, it's the TikTok revolution, or, a generation where, they're over it. Like, it's like, oh, 8 seconds, it's like, we always tell our kids, be 10-second Tom, you got to move on.
Yep.
You got to go to the next play. Everything we're 200 feet at a time. That's all we can worry about is 200 feet at a time. And so, that's that's kind of what you do with kids, 15 to 18 year olds. You just kind of, hey, 200 feet, let's go. And I think that for, most people, if they could just get 200 feet at a time, life would be good. That there's a 2015 Toyota Corolla commercial that talks about 200 feet. That's all you can look forward ahead to, and that's what you got to worry about is 200 feet in front of us.
It's a good way to look at things. I like that. It's like you learned something at MSU. That's fantastic.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, it's touch and go. I'm a teacher.
Hey, when you look at your team, obviously it starts with Bo, your quarterback. What a tremendous athlete. But you guys have athletes. You always do. It is Butte. But what makes Bo special?
Well, the thing about him, Bo is he's just playing with more confidence as the year goes on. He's just doing a tremendous job of spreading the ball out to a bunch of guys and then, making plays with speed as much as he can. But he's just a good kid, a good person. He takes care of his teammates. He cares about his teammates. He's a leader in the locker room, in the classroom, and on the field. And so, those things are going to, pay big dividends for him later on in life as well. And so, we're liking what he does. He just continues to grow each week, and, we're able to give him more and more, and he's taking it and really expanding his game, from where he was probably most comfortable being in the pocket to now he's comfortable doing things out in and out of the pocket.
It's really cool to look at and to watch his growth and to watch the growth of high school kids throughout the course of a year. It doesn't matter if you're a sophomore, junior, senior, you got to grow every week. And, Mike Van Diest was fond of saying, you practice 7 times more than you play. And it's true for those kids too. I absolutely love this time of the year. Capital's got some weapons on offense. How do you approach that defensively? And don't worry, Mahalish doesn't listen to this.
The thing about it is just locate their athletes. That's the number one thing. They do a pretty good job, a really good job of spreading their guys out, moving their guys around, and using, multiple different, schemes to get their guys. They just do a good job offensively. Rand does such a good job offensively of making sure he's putting his guys in position to be successful. And that's what you're supposed to do as the offensive coordinator. Find your mismatches and find those things. And so, obviously for them, it starts up front. Their front's pretty good. I'm super impressed with what they do up front wise. They're probably one of the most physical fronts that we'll face all year, which is a great challenge for us. And so then their backs and their quarterback and the receivers just make plays. They do a good job of, using the entire field and creating some misdirection and if we're not sound and playing fast physical football, it's a tough thing to defend.
It definitely is. I like to ask coaches, it is National No Beard Day. When's the last time you had a full beard?
Never.
So you still can't grow one? Is that what you're saying?
I'm really hoping I get that next phase of puberty and I can grow a beard and I can, I probably have facial hair. It's just not a beard. I don't know what, if you can call it a beard. It's just kind of there.
Fuzz? You still got peach fuzz?
Well, no, I've graduated from peach fuzz. I just ain't got much else.
That's hilarious. It is also National Chocolate Cupcake Day. Are you a cupcake fan?
No, I'm not a big fan of chocolate, and I'm not a big fan of cupcakes or cake.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I do have to ask every coach. My wife told me this. Is Thriller the greatest music video of all time?
Thriller, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I guess, you could probably say that from the 80s as the kids growing up, but obviously from the 90s, you got to go like maybe a little Britney Spears, some of those things, as a young teenage boy, you probably thought that was pretty sweet, but I guess the time period in the 80s, I guess Thriller would be pretty impressive.
Okay. So I started doing PA announcing your freshman year. It was homecoming. No, it was the year before. Homecoming of 96 was my first game, and then 97 through 2000. So I was your PA announcer, like you said, the only 0-11 season in Montana State history.
Yeah, that was fun. I was captain that year. That was a good year,
I noticed that they don't have attendance listed for Bobcat Stadium They have your road game attendance, but they don't have.
Because I don't know if there was one. Like, I'm not even sure my parents were there. You know. It was like, it was a rough year, but but it was a year that I learned probably more than any other year of my entire life.
I got to ask you this too, Mr. Cook. Is he still with the Steelers on the 53, or is he on the practice squad? How's he doing?
I think he's been kind of bouncing there. He's been on the 53 some week. I think he's been activated twice, maybe once or twice. So it's pretty cool to see. It's pretty neat. What a cool thing. Cool story. There's a kid that really bet on himself, and decided like, hey, I'm gonna give this shot a whirl. I don't think there's not that progression from quarterback to offensive lineman very often.
No, not really.
But there's the thing about Dylan is he was never an ego guy.
Right.
It was always about the team. What's the most important thing for the team? What can I do for the team? And so, like I said, it's pretty neat to see, and it's pretty cool. I'm hoping that, he gets that opportunity at some point in time, and then we can get out and watch him.
Clint Lang up at Jefferson is might be the biggest Pittsburgh Steeler fan in the state. But he does not have Dylan's phone number. Please do not give it to him, because I don't want Coach texting Dylan saying, hey, you got to get rid of Matt Canada.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect. We'll never give him the number, then we'll be set.
Hey, appreciate the time, Coach. I look forward to chatting more down the road. But man, good luck, and I love Naranchi, the history of that stadium, the views. It's the last time I was there, I did the flag football championships. That's a lot of fun. But get a win or don't. I don't root. Oh, you know what I do need though? I need a Butte High football helmet.
Well, we got you. We can take care of you.
Okay, I will.
We got you. Got you.
I'll have to get a hold of you next time I'm in Butte and track one down.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We'll get you one.
Well, I appreciate it, Coach. Good luck on Friday, and good luck in the playoffs.
Hey, thanks, buddy. Take care and have a great one.
Arie Grey joining us, Bobcat legend, Jason Walker Show, and the Butte High football coach. Big game. I don't know if it gets bigger than this weekend for Capital and Butte. It's a huge one. Of course, anything can happen, right? Let's do On This Day in History. It is Wednesday, October the 18th. It is International Legging Day today. Bra Day USA. No Beard Day. Support your local Chamber of Commerce, and National Chocolate Cupcake Day. On this date, 1873, Columbia, Princeton, Rutgers, and Yale set the rules for college football. 1889, the first All-New York City World Championship, in quotes, baseball series. New York Giants played the Brooklyn Bridegrooms. The Giants win that series 6-3. 6 games to 3. 1968, Bob Beamon set an incredible world record. 29 feet, 2.5 inches at Mexico City Olympics. It was a 22-inch improvement over the previous world record. Now, it was high altitude. It's been broken since, but that record stood for a long time. 1974, Chicago Bull Nate Thurmond becomes the first player in NBA history with a quadruple double. 22 points, 14 rebounds, 13 assists, 12 blocks, and a partridge in a pear tree. Happy birthdays today, the legendary Keith Jackson. Oh, Nelly, born on this date in 1928. He was not born in Alabama. He was born in Georgia. Passed away 5 years ago. Mike Ditka turns 84 today. Martina Navratilova, 67 today. And Lindsey Vonn turns 39 today. I interviewed her. She would have been 19. That should have been that long. Yeah, about 19. In Snowmass, next to Vail. And on this date, 1921, Charles Strite was granted a U.S. patent for his invention of the automatic pop-up toaster. My oldest daughter, we got her a toaster for Christmas last year because she would toast bread in the oven. She didn't have a toaster, so she used an oven. Like, sweetie, it's so much easier with a toaster. Not only mention bread, but Pop-Tarts? Come on. Pop-Tarts in the fresh with butter on top? Mm-hmm. Unfrosted Pop-Tarts, by the way. Let's see. Let's do this.
We're almost at the end of the show. What did we learn? And what did he miss? Time for the walk-off.
Walk-off presented by Cafe Zydeco, where the Big Easy meets the Big Sky. Stop in for a po' boy or a beignet or catfish. Pasta Zydeco is so good. Cafe Zydeco on Euclid in Helena. Fun show today. I had a lot of fun. That was a good time talking to Arie Grey for the first time. Tyler Murray from East Helena as well. Our best wishes to quarterback Jack Taylor, going surgery today for his ankle injury suffered last week in the game on Friday against Laurel. If you missed anything, you go to jasonwalkershow.com. Tomorrow we're back before we head over to Missoula for a weekend of announcing with SWX. It is Elkhorn Rivalry Week. Friday night in Townsend, and we'll talk to Townsend coach Joe Horn. We'll talk to Clint Lang of Jefferson. And if you want your helmet displayed here in the Man Cave, the Off-the-Wall Mancave, get a hold of me. Can't wait to get that Butte one. Got a Fergus one coming from Lewistown as well. Grady Bennett gave us the Glacier one. Hope you have a wonderful Wednesday. Thanks to all of our great listeners. Our sponsors, couldn't do it without you. Go to jasonwalkershow.com. Check out Continental Divide Radio while you're there as well. We'll see you back here tomorrow on The Jason Walker Show in the Off-the-Wall Advertising Man Cave.
The Jason Walker Show is produced by the Jason Walker Media Company. Any reuse, rebroadcast, or retransmission without the express written consent of the Jason Walker Show is strictly prohibited. Just listen, watch, and enjoy.